Hello, my friends! For a while now, I've been following the work of other YouTubers, coaches, and peak performers, and many of them attribute at least part of their success to their super productive morning routines that start at 5 a.m. These impressive individuals share their habits of waking up full of energy at 5 a.m. every day in order to train for a marathon, write the next great American novel, and journal their deepest desires, all before starting their day jobs at 8 a.m. I am normally very motivated by content about self-improvement, but for some reason these books and videos always leave me feeling a bit overwhelmed and intimidated, because I'm somebody who enjoys sleeping in and hates waking up early. So I decided to make this video for everybody out there who wants to have a super productive early morning routine, but who hates waking up early. I'm Sara Stilleke. I'm a scientist, and my channel is all about how to become a peak performer. When people talk about waking up at 5 a.m. in order to have a productive morning, my natural reaction is, ugh, why? But I think that is the first thing that we need to actually talk about. Why would somebody choose to wake up earlier than they need to? Thinking back in my life, I can think of a few times when I was excited to wake up earlier than I needed to. As a child, I used to wake up super early on Christmas morning. There was no alarm set or school to wake up for, and my parents certainly did not want or need me to wake up that early. Nevertheless, every Christmas, my little brother and I both woke up early in the morning, excited to get out of bed and unwrap the presents that Santa Claus had delivered. As an adult, I get the same feeling when waking up for an early morning vacation to begin. Earlier this year, I took a vacation to Europe, and my flight was scheduled for 7 a.m. Now, normally, the idea of waking up at 4 a.m. for anything would be painful and fill me with dread. But that day, I was awake and alert by 4:01 a.m., ready to start my day and embark on my long-awaited voyage to France. Obviously, every day is not going to be Christmas or the first day of an exotic vacation, but we can still use this idea to help wake up earlier. When deciding to wake up early on a regular basis, it can be helpful to first define why we want to do it. Don't just try to wake up every morning for the heck of it. Choose something that you are excited or passionate about that will give you the motivation to wake up so early. Maybe you want to use this extra time in the morning to exercise, or to do some journaling, or learn a new language. Maybe you just want to have more time to yourself and feel less rush in the morning. Whatever your reason for waking up early, make sure you have a specific and compelling reason that excites you. My why for waking up early is that I want to wake up early in order to feel less rushed and to spend some time learning how to speak French so that I can travel to France and communicate comfortably in this new language. This brings me to another issue I have with the popular 5 a.m. morning routine, and that is, who on earth decided on 5 a.m.? Why not 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.? There is no reason why you should randomly choose an ambitious wake-up time based on a YouTube video. You should choose the time based on what will help you fulfill on your personal goals and ambitions. For example, many people who work in finance do start working quite early, so maybe 5 a.m. is a reasonable time for them to wake up. But for somebody who works in tech or academia, the workday may not get started until 9 or 10 a.m. Maybe it makes more sense to aim for waking up at 6 or 7 in this case. Personally, I start work between 8 and 8:30 a.m., so I decided that 6 a.m. was my ideal wake-up time. While it is great to be motivated and excited for waking up earlier, sleep is still a critical biological function for human beings, and without sleep, we will literally die. In my other videos, I've discussed how to form a habit without putting huge strain on your willpower, and this is especially important when trying to change a habit as important as sleep. There are a few things that you can do to help you wake up earlier without feeling sleep deprived. The first and most obvious thing that you can do to wake up earlier is to ensure that you are getting 7 to 9 hours of high-quality sleep per night. If you want to wake up early, you will need to go to bed earlier. I personally love going to sleep early, but for people who find themselves staying awake later than they would like, it can be helpful to set a bedtime alarm in addition to your wake-up alarm. In order to make sure that you are also getting quality sleep during those hours, Consider getting blackout curtains, wearing an eye mask, or using earplugs. When possible, try to limit alcohol consumption before bed. There is nothing worse than going to bed drunk and waking up hungover early the next morning. Another thing you can do to help build the habit of waking up earlier is to set your alarm for approximately the same time every day, even on weekends. Our bodies follow what is called a circadian rhythm, which dictates our sleep cycles. By maintaining the same sleep schedule every day, your body will naturally adapt to this cycle through hormone regulation. Your body naturally produces a hormone called melatonin when it is time to go to sleep, which helps you feel sleepy and drift off to dreamland. In the morning, your body naturally produces more of the hormone cortisol, which is associated with alertness and the feeling of awakeness. If you go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, your body will start producing melatonin on its own and feeling sleepy around bedtime, and will produce cortisol in the morning to help you wake up. This is how some people are able to wake up at the same time every day without using an alarm. Here are a few more things that you can do to help wake up early in the morning. Try setting an alarm on your phone and putting the phone on the other side of the room. If you need to physically get up and get out of bed and walk across the room in order to turn off your alarm, you are much more likely to stay up and start your day. This also prevents unproductive use of your phone in the morning. So often, I will wake up early and then waste those precious morning minutes scrolling through Instagram and checking my work emails. I also set up my home with smart lights so that at 6 a.m. when it's time to wake up, the lights in my room will automatically turn on, which promotes wakefulness. I also make sure to brush my teeth and shower before doing anything in the morning. Something about a minty fresh mouth and a nice shower always makes me feel energized. Now that we are awake, it is time to do something that we are passionate about. After all, as I talked about earlier, the whole point of waking up earlier is to have time to pursue your own goals and passions. In the beginning stages of implementing an early morning routine, this part can be quite difficult. I often hear about these super impressive people who wake up at 5 a.m., then immediately get to the gym for a super intense workout. When starting a morning routine, it's important to ease yourself into it. The practice of waking up earlier already requires some willpower motivation. And unless you are already in the habit of going to the gym in the morning for an intense workout, you may be setting yourself up for overwhelm and failure. I found that creating accountability is a great way to be productive early in the morning, especially when you are first creating your routine. I personally chose to dedicate my morning hours to learning French. In order to support my morning habit of studying French, I used a website called italki to find a professional French teacher who is a native speaker living in a French-speaking country. There are thousands of qualified language teachers on this website, and you can schedule a one-on-one lesson with a teacher at any time for as little as $5 an hour. This was exactly what I needed to create accountability in the morning. I may not feel like waking up early in the morning, but I know that at 6:30 a.m., my French teacher will be there on Skype waiting for me, and I am paying him whether I am there or not. You can integrate accountability in the morning in a number of different ways. If you want to commit to a morning exercise routine, try paying a personal trainer for a 6 a.m. session, or signing up for a non-refundable morning group workout class. Maybe you join a morning meditation group, or an early morning Toastmasters club to practice public speaking. This way you will be more motivated to do the things that are important to you, even when you don't feel like doing them. My final word of advice in forming a morning routine is this. Don't try to start too many things at once or start off too intensely. Adjusting your sleep schedule to wake up early is already a big change. If you have never been to the gym before in your life, don't think that you are going to start a new habit of waking up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym every morning. Start with something small, like wake up at 6 a.m. and go for a 30-minute walk around your neighborhood. If you have never journaled before, don't try to commit to waking up early to journal for 30 minutes right away. Maybe start with 5 minutes. Start with something small to ease yourself into the new routine and build up from there. And don't try to aim for perfection. If you fail at implementing your morning routine one day during the week, but succeeded on 4 other days, celebrate those 4 wins. And don't quit because of the one loss. If you aim for just an 80% success rate on this, you're a winner. And there you have it, my super productive early morning routine for people who hate waking up early. If you have any other tips or best practices that you found for waking up early and being productive, let me know in the comments because I would love to learn from you as well. If you want to learn more about habits and how to level up to your peak performance, you can subscribe to this channel to watch more of my videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.